Right. Hello.
Hello, good morning from me, morning.
Mingala by ATL.
Glava. Ah.
Good morning, ATL.
Happy New Year's, Happy Water Festival. We call Happy Sograms, but unfortunately we cannot celebrate it because of another issue. But right now in our shelter, in our house, we have celebrated for the children. They dance, they sing the songs, and we also provide some snack, some food. They're so happy.
What kind of food?
Kinds of the traditional foods.
Like what is in it?
Molo yibo. Got this mean that the molo yibos ate the kinds of the foods, dry foods.
Okay.
So we used to eat during the water festivals ceremony celebrations.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah. Can you hear the song, right? Yeah.
All right, let's get started. So this is gonna be one of our last calls for the school year. Actually, I think it is the last because it's our April call. And so since we do have quite a few people on here, let's go ahead and say our names and our position in Glow Med, how many years you've been involved, and something that made you smile recently. So I can start. So I'm Simia. This is my first year in Glow Med, and I've been involved with partnerships. And something that made me smile recently is just being here with you guys. So I'm gonna popcorn Adam.
Thank you.
My name's Adam. I'm currently the external co-coordinator, and something that made me smile really recently. I was fasting the whole day. Today was really exhausting. And something that made me really smile was just eating. Yeah, I'll popcorn it to Brooke, or I'm not sure if her camera's off. I'll just popcorn it to Noah.
Oh, I can go, but yeah, I'm Brooke, and my position this year has been Director of Communication and Design. And something that made me smile recently was this was our last day of OChem Lab, which I'm so happy about. And I'll popcorn it to Noah.
Hi, I'm Noah. This is my third year in Globe Med, and this past year I was the donor relations coordinator. Something that made me smile recently was that I got to hang out with Ajit and Maria today, and that was a lot of fun. And I think I'm going to popcorn it to Ajit. Well, I feel like, okay, I see that Shay's giving me a look, but that's just because I live with you, Shay. Like, Shay was included with that, but I didn't think it counted if I hang out with her because I live with her. But Shay was there too, and I did have a lot of fun getting to spend extra time with her.
So I'm Ajit, ATL, you know me. I was the grow coordinator this year, and with Noah, the new co-presidents. So something I'm thankful for I enjoyed today was the same thing as Noah, getting to see Maria, Shaylin, and Noah and eat waffles with them. That was delightful. I've missed seeing them. It's been like a year, so that was great. And I'll popcorn it to you, ATL. What made you smile today?
Sorry?
What made you happy today? Like a good time?
Yes, actually, yes. During the water festival this season, so mostly there's people from Burma around the South Asian country. They used to celebrate as they used to go back to their family to meet with their parents. But this years, because of the COVID-19 restrictions in our country, because of the military call, so we could not go back. We cannot gather with our families. So this, we can say the two side. One side is we feel exhausted. Sometimes we also have hope for the after that we win our revolutions. We get to meet our family. So this is our hope.
I'll go ahead and go next. So my name is Maria. ATL, you have seen me many times.
Yeah.
I was the co-president with Shaylin last year, but I will be in GloMed next year, so you'll see me more. And something that made me smile today was hanging out with Ajit and Noah, but something they didn't mention is that they gave me and Shaylin a gift for being co-presidents. And it's a little, it's a goat. So I don't know if you've ever heard this, but GOAT also stands for greatest of all time. So it was just a joke. But I think we were the greatest of all time this year. So this was their gift to me and Shaylin, and that made me smile today. And I will popcorn it to Matthew. Have you gone yet?
All right. Hey, I'm Matthew, and I'm graduating in 15 days. So that's very exciting, and that made me smile today when I had a graduation ceremony for my scholarship. And Dr. Menon came in and he talked about some superlatives and some analogies, and it was all very sweet. I will popcorn it to Shaylin, our other graduating senior.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Shaylin, ATL. You probably remember me. We've seen each other a lot. Like Matthew said, I'm the other graduating senior on this call, so this is my last year in GlobeMed, but I'll still stick around and hang out with you all because this is an amazing group. And I guess something that made me smile today was also the GOAT trophy. And it wasn't even just the GOAT, but like the quote that was on the trophy was actually pulled from a surprise speech that Ajit and Noah gave us during benefit dinner. And it had the quote that was like, it was very corny. I don't remember exactly what it says, but it was like, you guys are some seriously strong steel or something like that. It was very cute. And that definitely made me smile. Almost made me cry, but I didn't cry. So, and I think I'm last. So
Yeah, let's move on to our little activity. Matthew, can you share your screen?
I think Matthew must have gone to the bathroom or something. ATL, do you have anything coming up soon? School-wise or interview-wise or anything?
Not yet. But I was trying to apply for my master degrees, but I was rejected. Because I was thinking about my families, my people in countries. I have to work. I need to provide them as much as I can, instead of considering about myself. So, yeah, and my role, I think my role is to support them. So because they have so many difficulties, the challenges in Burma, even my families, my relatives, and my friends, and also the Burmese, the people in Burma. So they are struggling a lot right now. They don't have jobs. They cannot go outside to go, because right now in the private sector, especially the private company, is occupied by the military already. So they will control either the government's economic sector. So it means that in our country, the private sector is fed down. So there are so many people will lose the jobs. Yeah, that's why I'm staying. I'm trying to work instead of applying for the university. Yeah. This one day, one day is for me. I just returned the yesterday's. I go to Burma the 2 weeks ago. We go there to provide the stationery and also the equipment for the internal displaced people in Burma because of the military air strike. those areas. So there are so many houses, the accommodation place, schools, clinic, hospital, what is trainers. So yeah, and also they kill a lot of people in those areas. The whole village they burst, they distress. They don't really care us who are these, even the older people and the children, they kill all of this. So that's why the people could not stay there. They try to escape the brutalities, the distress situations. So they try to escape, they try to come Italian enter into the Thailand territory. But the military along Thai border, especially the Thai soldiers, don't allow them to enter Thai territories. So they have to stay at a forest. Forest, either either the mountains around those areas for the safe area. But these not safe areas. But the military, the Burmese military, they are trying to attack every areas. Right now, it is so this, yeah, there's securities, the safety is the common issues in those play. So right now, I collect some monies. This from my friends and from other states holder, and also we also collect some clothes, dry food, and others stationaries. So we go to those places to provide there. So, but this is not enough because so many people there. Right now around this 1,700 already. It's quite a lot, but the population is getting grew up because of the no one way to stay, no one deers to stay in their village. So there is another reason. At the same time, in Thailand right now, there's COVID-19 third wave. It's occurring here. So the patient is getting increased and increases. Some of the city is already locked down, the whole city, the whole, especially Chiang Mai, the Bangkok, and other commercial city. Yeah, especially at least either a metro area, metro cities is soon, coming soon, they will lock down as well because of the patients, the new case is getting increased repeatedly. So that's another reason. So the challenge here is a lot, but for our organizations, we try to deal with. Right now is we are very restricted for the children to go outside. But even even either in this area, some of the place, the place we can visit, all the places the local authority have closes, lock, especially waterfalls and water springs and other places. Because if they worry that if the people gatherings, so the disease spread is more quickly. So right now it means it is either they are controlled, but are they after the Sokra festivals, the new case will be getting more and hence so risk in this areas. But at the same time, in the Thailand, especially in the metro area, the local ministry of health, especially in local levels, they don't have any the transparency to release the statements. So they just say that today they got the new cases, they found the 2 or 3, but actually it's in the grassroots levels. It can be more than a 20 or 13. So we can guess that in the mental general hospitals, they don't really allow the outside patient to get the treatment in the hospital because they most the table is for the COVID-19 cases. So there is very risk this area right now. They also try to read the new rule regulations for the controlling controlling the preventing the disease right now. So yeah,
It
it's
seems like,
impact a lot. Yeah,
yeah, it seems like the situation is getting more and more challenging. Is
yeah.
there anything that GloMed can do to assist at this time? Like, are there any organizations in Burma that we can raise funds for?
But I have some organization in Burma right now that it is not really to transfer the monies and also to go in Burma. It's very restrictions. Even the national bank or others, another private bank sectors. It turns out the financiers, assistants, militaries are restricted culturally right now. Yeah. But one thing we can do this, some of the we call the civil disobedience movements, especially the educated person, educated peoples. They don't want to stay under the military control, military administrations. So they came to the laborers areas. It's under the control ethnic armed groups. So they came to stay there. So we can have this for the assistance, especially for the foods and others basic needs for their safety and security. Because the ethnic army is ethnic army carry ethnic arms groups. We call the revolution armed groups. They are taking the responsibility to take care and also to prevent the killings, the dangers of killings from Burmese militaries. So this area around this village or other village, so many people in the city, either main city, Rangoon and Mandalay, another city, especially the professors or other doctors, nurse, and the teachers. And also, yeah, they came to stay there because they could not stay in the city anymore. If they stayed here, there, the military arrest them and go to the jails. If not, they came in the jails. Right now is there's more than 800 was killings. Just we got the statistic, just data. We don't know. Maybe we cannot know other so many people was already killings. Either the arrestings. Right now we don't have the internet, no phone, and no TV. They don't allow any people to use the social media inside our countries. So that's why we don't get any the update informations what happened in the country. But we can rely on the social media, especially the new channels. But right now they don't really allow the new channels to release states the news. So they prohibit us. So they control. So they arrested the journalists, and also they occupy the office of the new channels. And also they lock doors, and also they lock the electricity, they block electricity. So it is so difficult in Burma.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds like maybe financial assistance isn't possible right now for us to send, but
Yeah.
we can definitely like share this information with our chapter members, and we'll make a point to really talk about this, because our last meeting is this Sunday. So we'll talk about it this Sunday so that people can spread information and awareness.
Yeah, sure.
Simia, did you have updates from our end, I think?
Yeah, I can provide some updates. So we had our benefit dinner, and I'm sure you saw the video, but everyone loved your video, and it was great. We had some raffles, and actually Matthew won some prizes from the benefit dinner. And just from that event, we were able to raise $3,513. And then we also had other fundraising events throughout the year. And just adding all that up, we raised around $9,001. So we passed our fundraising goal, which is great.
Yeah, thank you. This so appreciations. Great jobs.
Last time we talked to you about fundraising,
Yeah.
we said $6,000 to $8,000 because we didn't know like what anything would be like. So we're so happy to share that with you.
Yeah, and just one other update. Ajit, I think I'm actually gonna throw this to you, but do you want to talk about Grow for a bit?
Yeah, so ATL this past Sunday, we shared some of our Grow ideas and projects with our chapter. We also had a fun time learning about all the previous Grow teams that have come to SAW and that have met you, and that you have inspired. It was super cool, just like seeing all their names and reading their little blogs, hearing about their adventures. So yeah, we're really excited for our Grow projects this summer. How often would you like to meet with us this summer?
Yeah, are there two times per month? It's fine, right?
Okay.
Weekends, yeah. Yeah, if this the 2 times for 1 month, it's fine. But because I have already gave the provided the survey, the government headquarters asked me to fill in some survey. I just the previous weeks I have already completely finished it. They also ask the questions where how often can we get to meet to share informations, and also to provide some evidence from both sides. So yeah.
Okay. If you'd like, we can do more frequently and just keep them really short.
Yeah.
If Kofu would like to meet with us, we'd love to talk to him more, or anyone from the SAW community.
Yeah. Right now, for this times, I will train my students to be with me. For the later, or they can lead the workshops, and also they can lead the discussions. And also right now, I'm trying to have this for their to improve their confidence. So right now we don't have the education in Burma. We don't have our government. So our students, they cannot rely on the education in Burma, the Myanmar education system. So right now I have already told them you cannot rely on the education in Burma anymore. We don't have governments, so that we don't have the Ministry of Education. Either you pass, either you don't finish, no one recognizes you. We don't know why it's how long, how many years we have to wait until we get our officials legitimacy governments. So you cannot waste your chance. You have to study hard and also to find another ways. Right now, I'm trying that to get a GED and also the TOEFL certificates every day, every night. So I don't give that, don't allow that to stay peacefully. They using the social media anymore, but they complain me a lot. But yeah, I already told them, if you were to stay the flexible, you can stay. If you would like to get something, you have to work hard. So right now you don't need to care anything about the food accommodations. Your taste 100% is for you. On all things 100%. For us, for me, for the previous years or years since math I was 30 years, 14 years. So I have to think it's on my family, the 30%, my relatives, and also my safeties. Only the trainings or the delivery process up to this for my educations. For that right now, they are very flexible, very comfortable. they don't have everything. We provide this everyday accommodation, food, the safety, the securities, transportations, social medias, internet, everything they have already. So chance is for them. So if they try hard, they will get something. If not, this their choice.
Okay.
What are the
Um,
names of those students?
Especially for the students who have already passed the matriculation examination in Burma. Yeah, plus they are right now this year actually they are trying to take the examinations, but we don't have the examinations because of the political crisis in Burma. So we compare the two groups. I compare the two groups. I'm trying to bear this to find another way. Because we cannot expect how many years do we have to get, do I have to wait. Their age is more than 30 years. So if you have to stay, if they have to wait more than 4 or 5 years, 6 years, their age is almost the 30 years. It's very late for university lives. They cannot waste. They don't recommend that to wait until we will get our officials governments.
ATL, if you'd like us to kind of continue what we did last summer, to help increase their confidence with English,
Yeah,
maybe give them
this
some new
way,
pages.
this is where I would like to discuss this. If you can array this class, but this time our students, the number of the population of students, the number of children will be more. So you are groups, you have to negotiate, compromise how to manage the class. But for my sense, I will provide the COVID social medias at the time, and also I will monitor, evaluate their situations every moment. But because at Danes, I will teach for NS. If you can teach me the 2 nights per week, 3 nights per week, 1 night per week. Is we have them to improve their conversations and also their listenings. They are confident to communicate with the foreign peoples. That's a good things. For me, train this readings, writings, and also the grammar. Others the critical thinkings, another knowledge. Because for the people, for the students, you cannot be outstanding only for one subject. You have to, if you have to solve a problem, issues, you have to look at every aspect. So they also need to understand other knowledge, other information as well. So that's why for many to the friends, I told the politics, economics, ethnics, and all the federal systems, the political system, and other the South Asia country, and also the political system they are practicing, and also the global levels. We call the seismical regions, and also the global level. So I have provided so many the topics at the moment, but just generally, because they are 2 years. They cannot catch some of the higher levels if relate to the theories and others level, like the disciplinary theories and other dynamics and other terms. I don't really provide that right now. I just told us the basis levels for informations.
Okay. ATL, I have a suggestion for the classes with students. I know there will be more students this summer, and I'm worried that it'll be difficult to give everybody individual attention if we're going to have a big class. What do you think of the idea to have maybe multiple small classes a week where the same grow interns work with the same students so that they can start to build a relationship and spend more time like talking in a smaller group.
This a acceptable, this nice suggestions, but yes, at this, yeah, I know that the children here the level or the English English language is the multiple levels. Some of this very high, some is very the primary level. So yes, right now that's the reasons are trying to date the business in the business levels or have to meet these levels, and also we just another levels. But they came from the different situation, different backgrounds, so we can understand. They are so diverse. So they are so diverse, the ethnic groups and the religions and others, family backgrounds. Some are students from the refugees, some of the either borderline, some of the Burma, even in Burma, either other ethnic areas are the either main city. So there is their communications skills and their English skill is quite different. So we have to, yeah, we have to balance their levels. So right now, either balancing and adjust the level at the moment. For the other the next month at the next month, we have the assessment. So for if for some of the students they have very qualification to take this the pre-test. So are we base some of the pre-test from the online for the GED test center? Just pre-test is not officially. Are they able to pay the $10 for the pre-test for each subject? So I will ask them to take it just pre-test. If they pass the minimum scores for the pre-test, so we can train this one another further another mass, another test, or we ask them to go to the test centers and to take the official. But in the previous 8-hour years, the GED test each subject we have to pay only the $50. Right now it is $75. The price is getting higher. So that's where they have to make sure to pass for times. If not, the waste, the cost is.
Right now, who is paying for those tests?
Right now, because we don't have any student to take the exams, we just train either the trainees, the process of the trainees. So we are looking for some of the donors, some organizations who are interested to pay the causes. So if not, we manage by our own, especially our kinds, because of our children, we know that they should not be stayed here without education. We need to have things to, to looking for the summer rules for their educations.
Depending on how far away those tests are, if they're in a few months, maybe as part of the GROW projects, we can try to have a fundraising campaign for that cost.
Yeah, and this is great. This is great. If others we can have each other rest. So if you need something, you can ask me. We're trying to figure out to find some ferries for those students.
Okay. Yeah,
so
I know we have a group of students on the GROW team that wants to look into grants, but we need to hear from you if there's any grants that you think would be helpful for us to assist with, or if you would like for us to look for grants this summer, we can also do that as part of the GROW team.
Yeah.
Okay. If nobody else wants to chime in right now, I wanted to talk to ATL about one of the GROW projects. If that's okay. Okay, so ATL, one of the GROW projects this summer, we were hoping to make a newsletter that we will send to all of the people involved in GlobeMed and our donors, and to give updates on the Grow internship and to include maybe an interview with you, or to include some like highlights from some of the students, or to give updates about the political situation so that we have a constant stream of information. And we were hoping to do that every 2 weeks. Do you think you would be available every 2 weeks if we sent you a draft to review to make sure that we have everything good?
Yeah, if you send to me the draft, I will review it. If you would like to get more information, to get like you mentioned, it's the main highlights for the letters, the information from each student or each the stats from some, and you can ask me, and also you can interview anyone here. I can arrange you for you.
Perfect. That sounds great. Thank you.
I don't think we have any more Grow questions for right now. They'll definitely reach out to you more about that though. So Simya, I think it's back to you.
Actually, I did kind of have one more Grow question, but not from the Grow team though. So we talked about helping SAW in terms of English speaking, but is there any other programs at SAW that Grow could help with this summer?
Especially there are so many we have to do it, but we have our scopes. Right now we have the restrictions. We have the logos in the logo levels. We have some of the challenges as well, especially for our projects it chops. For the previous years, we used to used to organize the meetings every month, the 2 times per month. We used to visit several communities in those areas. After the COVID-19 occurrence, emergence in those areas. So some area we cannot, even our target community, we cannot visit students directly. So that's another reason. Like for our communication speaking classes, it's always for our students, but it's not really the benefit. It's not really benefits to the people in the communities. So that's where I have to manage the balance. Even the community, they also have their children, the people as well. They also need to get the education as well. Even our children here, after the situations, crisis, disruptions in Burma, so they don't have any hopes to get their further educations. So, but the previous weeks, our leaders, those organizations, we have the annual meetings. So we make decisions. Then the next years, we have to stop our migrant learning systems, but instance, we will organize another learning centers, like hobby learning centers, and also the community deployments, like capacity building programs. Because right now in the Thai government, they don't really they don't have any guarantees along this migrant learning operates the school in those areas anymore. Plus, even that we operate the learning center in those areas, we don't have any the legitimacy government in Burma. Those even our children got to attend the school, got to take the exams. We cannot make any the guarantees We cannot take any responsibility for our children. They will finish or they will pass. So that's why it allow Taiwan border in those current situations. It's very, very tight situations, especially the children. Right now is are they more than a year? They don't have the school. Even for the primary levels up to the secondary levels. We don't know how many years they have to stay without the educations 8 years. But the consequences, we have to think it as the laborers, child laborers in those areas. Without school, without educations, the parents, they don't have choice. They will ask their children, their biological children, to go in the fields, in the plantations field. They will get some pains, but it's a very lower pay. The child labor issues and also the human trafficking, labor exploitations will be more challenges in those areas. As for the girls, prostitutions, sex workers, they don't have jobs, they don't have school, they don't have, even their parents don't have any school to prevent this, so they are looking for another way to get to get money. So that's why human trafficking is related to the child laborers, is related to the sex workers in those areas. It will be more touch difficult. For the announcement and this for the announcement or the announcement, so many people they will try to flee into the talents. In Burma, we don't have jobs, no security, no safety. So that's. But actually, a Burma crisis is not eternal. It's not domestic affairs. It is regional affair. If the neighboring country don't give assistance, their countries will be more the challenges. These tributaries, humans displaced crisis. Human crisis. Either Thai government, they have to consider it very carefully. Right now, they apply their soldier along Burma borders to control the human immigrations. But for the later, they cannot control animals, I believe it. So there's another reasons, tributaries, human crisis. So that's why in the Southeast Asia, they have to work with the multiple level, multiple organizations to promote the peace in Burma. If not, they will have challenges as well.
ATL, you have described a lot of challenges that SAW is facing, but can you describe to us what SAW is doing to confront those challenges or plans to do? And could you share that over the summer? Because we don't get to see that work happening. So
in our organizations is legal because the registered legal organizations. We are either control the governments. But it is one go our stress. Our organization is very legally organizations. Right now is it has all the COVID-19 situations. Even some other local donors, they would like to donate some foods, so they would like to come visit as well. Right now is we have already mentioned that you cannot come with your own. You can provide the foods. We will go to take it for our children. You cannot come here. But for our mindset, for the Burmese traditions, we would like them to visit here to meet with the children, to play with the children, to give the foods to the children. But we also have to follow the regulations. The providers pay this ministry or head here. So it has all the COVID-19 situation. We have very restricted situation here as well. Another for the financial assistance, financials for the previous years or years have the faces some other financials shortage as well. For this years or years we have shortage as well, but we strengthen. We try to deal with. Right now, our children they get some scholarships for the ministry or the social welfare. It can help us somehow, and also we got some of our main donors as well. We have some other partners, personal donors, family donors as well. So we also have to manage the financials. Without we don't have the for the years or years. I will say to you for our financial the 2020 financials. You can check it how much we have spent, how much we left. Because we also have to manage the incomes, the outcome as well. How much monies we got from our donors, how much monies we have spent for our children. So we don't have too much left for the after a years, but we struggle. But our organization, we can say our organization is so lacking to, we got very strong the partnerships we have along our organization journeys. We have very transparent to go with the other donors, so they keep, even their projects have ends, they keep touch with us, they keep contact with us, they also provide some partial donations as well. So that's where we are still in a fine situation. But for the next year, like I mentioned, that we will not have the school anymore for the migrant learning center. So if we also have to think another the challenges, if we close, if we stop our school migrant learning center, how about the children in our shelters, especially the children who are attending, relying educations or our school, our migrant learning centers? How about this? Can we say this? You can leave it, we don't have school? No. There's some of the others, they cannot go back in Burma. They don't have contact with their families or relatives. They don't have any place to go. So how can we say that? So we also have to face another way to provide this further education from there as well. Even those we don't have school, their security as well. They don't have any legal documents. As long as they stay in our organization, their safety is fine. Their lives most secure. If we ask that you can live it here right now, so that we have so many the difficulty, the challenges. So this one reason is another reason. If you would like to do something, you will face another challenges.
Thank you for sharing. Before we wrap up soon, I'm just gonna ask, do any of you guys have any more Grow questions?
Yeah, I was wondering if we could circle back to the grant writing part really quick. I know that Maria kind of touched on this a little bit, but are there any projects at SAW that you think would benefit from grant writing, or any like certain areas like education or health or transportation or something like that that we could start looking into?
Yeah, this is a great question. We other hand is more as prioritized projects, and the second educations. Third is we can see the woman and children's assistance. Especially we can see the women and children assistance is related to the gender violence. Right now is the people they don't have jobs, so they rely on the gamblings or they drink the alcohol in their shelters, in their communities. So you know that this, if the people, if they don't have the financials, it comes the regularly they have the domestic issues in inside their families and their households. So right now we have four. So yeah, so either especially either peer educator, either community, they call me, they told me how can we have the women and children who committed the gender violence, especially the physical and mental violence. Yeah. Right now, we also are it's those priorities, but we can say the first is the heads educations, but we are not the government, so we cannot run the project like the secretaries levels. So we can see the primary education levels. We can distribute the contribute informations, more informations, effective information in the community. And this is more effective, this one. While the second one education for our children, and for the children in from outside. The third one is the children and the women from the issues from the issues are domestic violence, gender violence. Yeah, this I think you can read this question is mostly because if we look at the either sustainable development goals, yeah, for our global mass headquarters, they also they also link some of the goals is related to the sustainable development goals. So yeah, we can see the change at the women's health and also social well-being situations, and also the health diplomas, health promotions, and yeah, and others, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That'll be really helpful. And when the summer starts, we'll make sure to like look into grants that kind of align with everything that you just said. But at least for me, that completes all of my grow questions.
All right, I think that's all we had in terms of updates. Is there anything else any of you all want to talk about? No? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And ATL, thank you for being here every month and just telling us updates and always being there to help.
Yeah, thank you all of you to evolve this comprehensive discussion, comprehensive meetings for the today. So appreciations you did a great job all for our organizations. As means I'm like a representatives for Soul Foundations. I'm so grateful and thankful to all our youth. So yeah.
ATL, I have one more thing to ask you about. So every Saturday, the Grow team meets to discuss our projects and what we want to do this summer. And I started something where we learn a new word in Burmese every week. And I want to know if you have any suggestions for this week.
How about the greetings? Have you already got it? The greeting?
We did Mingalaba, which is a basic greeting.
How about the nice to meet you?
How do you say that?
Is တွေ့ရတာဝါသာပါတယ်
Can you repeat that?
တွေ့ရတာ
Twiyada
ဝါသာပါတယ်
wadabade.
Grace.
Okay, perfect. So is there a difference when you're saying nice to meet you if you are a woman or if you're a man?
It's the same. Still the
It's the
same.
same?
You can use both. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. We will teach the rest of the Grow team this Saturday.
Yeah. But if you would like to ask me more for the day by days and week by weeks, so I will manage this.
Perfect. I love that idea.
Because right now I'm trying. Yes, I'm used to teach the Burmese either Thai lookers at college. So I know how to approach the forest people to get our language.
It's a very difficult pronunciation for us.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but yeah, because you don't get to learn the another's alphabets, another's busy techniques.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe one day we can have a class with you in Burmese.
Yeah, sure. Please, if you would like, please just let me know.
Perfect.
I can arrange this immediately.
Immediately.
So any questions?
One more thing before we leave. Can we have a group picture like we normally do?
Yeah, sure. This. Wait.
Simi, are you gonna take it?
Yeah, I can take it.
Perfect.
All right, 3, 2, 1. I think I took it. Hold on, give me 1 second. Yes, I took it. You all look amazing.
Yeah. Thank you. Please share with us. Finish?
Yes.
Yep, we're all done.
Oh,
Thanks for meeting with us, ATL.
yeah.
Okay. Bye,
Thank you. Good night for you.
Have a good morning. Good day.
Yes, good morning from me.
Goodbye, ATL.
Bye.
Matthew, you look so sad. Oh my God. That bye, ATL. Wait, we're still recording. Okay, well.